pleasure and my joy to present my new husband, Newdori, for his stand-up debut.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody!
Let's go.
Wait, when the fuck did we get married? Is that why you got me drunk
Just
the other
now.
night? Fuck! Well, guess that makes me a Ken doll.
That means you're smooth, dude. Oh no.
Hi,
Oh
everybody!
yeah, and leave your shit unmuted.
Yeah, that'll help. It will be bad otherwise. Hold up 1 second. Let me just get everything situated. All right, there we go. Honestly, thank you guys for coming. This is my stand-up comedy debut, so if it does suck, don't worry. I'll be taking it up with my therapist at the next meeting, so we'll be good to go. It is good to be here. It's good to be in 2022. God, I hope this year is good, because this decade has not been. Everybody remember how this decade started? You know, it's bad when it starts with one of the 7 continents just being on fucking fire, and no one talks about it anymore. We started off with Australia burning, and everybody's like, oh, whole news. Of course, the biggest story of the last 2 years has been the pandemic, old Corona-chan. I remember when it started. I'll be honest, when it started, I didn't really care about it. I didn't think it was that serious. I took it seriously when the NBA canceled its season, like mid-game. Because do you have any idea how bad something has to be to make billionaires go, pack this shit up and get out? I don't care about ticket sales. We need to run. Everybody was panicking. Everybody was scared. For some reason, that meant everyone bought toilet paper, which is good to know that in the span of a zombie apocalypse, Charmin Ultra will be worth its weight in fucking gold. I didn't panic, though. At the beginning of the pandemic, I didn't panic. See, to me, the pandemic was something different. It meant something different to me. To me, the beginning of that pandemic, when everybody was in lockdown, everyone was panicking and being afraid, that was no pants season for me. It was wonderful. It was great. Woke up every day, nothing below the waist, walking around free as a bird like God intended. Because you gotta understand, at that time, the only person I lived with left a week before lockdown happened to go and be with their significant other. They were a 2-hour drive away. And I didn't work at the time, which meant no pants. It was wonderful. Oh, it was like a 2.5-month trip in heaven. And that's not the only reason. The other reason it was great was because the greatest invention in mankind's history came out during the pandemic. Contactless delivery. Oh my God. Whoever made contactless delivery should get a Nobel Prize and any woman he wants. Or man, I don't judge. It's great. Because the worst part about getting delivery is that interaction between you and the delivery driver. And a lot of you might be thinking, oh, that's not that bad. Well, for you it might not be, but it is bad if you have one of 2 things. Number 1, you have social anxiety, which I do. Or 2, you are a fat fuck with no sense of portion control, which I also am. I am both of those things. Because I am not someone who looks at a menu and goes, maybe I should get a side salad. No, I am somebody who looks at a menu and goes, you know, technically, today. So onion rings are the healthy choice. And I heard somewhere that cheese was really good for your diet and digestion. So realistically, me getting these mozzarella sticks also is a healthy choice. So I'll get both of these, and then they'll be my appetizers squared away. Then the delivery driver gets the food. He drives over to my house. He gets out of his car with 2 big bags of food, because I also ordered an 8-piece thing of chicken and a cheeseburger, because again, me and portion control do not see eye to fucking eye. He walks up my stairs and knocks on the door. I swing the door open. I'm not wearing pants because he's not breaking my fucking record. He looks at me and I look at him, and he knows there's no one else in that house. He knows I am the only person in that house. He's holding a family-sized chicken meal. There is no family. Family is me. I am family. He looked at me. I look at him. He gives me the food. I close the door. He goes down into his truck, drives probably to go to therapy. I, meanwhile, am at my door, shamefully fisting onion rings and mozzarella sticks into my mouth like a sad fuck. With contactless delivery, though, that doesn't happen. It's great. He can take a picture of my door and then fucks off. It's wonderful. He is around the corner. I swing open my door with that big dick energy. Just walk outside, grab my food, and I know none of my neighbors can see me because of where my neighbor is or because of where my house is. Or maybe they can, but if they can, I'm not paying for the hospital bill, so I don't give a shit. It's fucking wonderful. I go inside and I eat like a goddamn champion. It's wonderful. Oh my God. But of course, you know, I talk a lot about the good things. There were bad things, of course, that happened in the beginning of this decade, of course. The main one, the most important one was eventually lockdown ended. And no pants season had to end, which was depressing, man. I shed a tear. Man. I was sad. I didn't want it to end. Because eventually the person who I lived with had to go get picked up, which meant I had to pick them up, which meant I had to drive to them, which meant I had to wear pants. And I don't know if you know this, but when you don't wear pants for 2.5 months and you don't go out and you live a very sedentary lifestyle and you have contactless delivery and zero portion control sense, and then suddenly you're told to wear pants again, life comes at you fast, man. I had an existential crisis. Any of y'all ever hit the stretch limit of gray sweatpants? You know those gray sweatpants you can buy for $9 at Walmart? You can buy a medium, fit the Challenger space shuttle in them. I hit the stretch limit. My pants made noise when I put them on. Anyone ever put on a pair of sweatpants, have a noise coming out, it sound like you snapping a suspension bridge? I hear shit snapping and popping. I go out, pick the person, come back down. I take out the pants. They don't shrink back down. They stay at max stretch. They're like a shell shock victim from World War I. They're looking at me like, I can't go back, man. You don't know what I've been through. That's bad, man. It makes you rethink some shit. You ever have to have like a movie-esque halftime speech to yourself? You ever have to like sit in the mirror and go, what the fuck are you doing? I had to do that. I had to sit in front of a mirror and go, man, I know we're down bad, but we gotta like fix something. We gotta eat a vegetable. I mean, goddamn, like, I know we're down, but we gotta have hope. It was ridiculous, man. Then again, I've been fucking up my body since I was a teenager, man. Ever since I was a teenager, I've been doing stupid shit to myself. Everybody had their vices when they're you know in their teens. For me, it was alcohol. For me, I drank alcohol, and I don't mean like 18, 19, 20. You know when it's kind of cute. Except no. 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I was that level of fucked up. But you gotta understand, there was reasons. There's legit. Now, before I get this started, I want to just say, if you are underage, don't drink. It's a filthy habit. You shouldn't do it. It's very bad. That being said, I was an amazing drinker. Oh my God. I could have gone pro. And I don't mean like Bush League shit. I mean Letterman jacket with like sponsorship patches. I was amazing. Because I had two amazing things going for me. Number one, I was very big. I was 6 foot tall, 250 pounds. It takes a lot to get you down when you're that big. But that's not the thing. The second reason, the most important reason, was my liver has a 1950s like work ethic. It's like, don't worry, I got you, champ. What? You're drinking vodka out the bottle? Don't worry, you're good to go. Oh, you didn't even eat beforehand? Don't worry, I'll work overtime. You got this, champ. That motherfucker worked 24/8. It was ridiculous. My friends would be drunk for 3 hours. I'd be drunk for 15 minutes to be able to go out, get a Taco Bell. But here's the thing, though, is my friends found out its weakness. My friends found out my weakness, and they figured out that if they give me enough alcohol in a short enough time span, it overrides my liver. essentially, they figured out that they could blitzkrieg my body with liquor. And it was effective as hell. Oh my God. One such time, it was July 4th. And one of my friends, his family for July 4th weekend, decided that they were going to go to Atlantic City without him. They were like, hey, you little shit, we're going to go get drunk and gamble. We'll leave you here for 2 days. And he went, well, I can't do one of those things, but I can do the other, and I can bring friends. So he did. So they left, and we showed up. On this such day, I came in with nice Wrangler jeans because I wanted my ass to look fantastic. A nice short sleeve shirt. It was looking good. I was a sexy bitch. I walked in the door, and there is a giant handle. You know, like those old like jugs that looks like they should have 3 X's on them because they like moonshine. You know, it was a jug of Fireball whiskey with a Post-it note on it. It said, for Dory only. And at that moment, I knew my goddamn mission. Because you got to understand, I didn't pay for alcohol till I was 21 years old. I drank before I was 21, and that's because in my group, there was no capitalism. It was all communism. This is not your alcohol. This is our alcohol. You bought it. It's for the tribe. It was wonderful. I proceeded to drink that giant jug of moonshine in a little bit over an hour. And that's pretty much the last thing I remember. The series of events as I saw them was, oh yeah, I'm going to a party. Open the door. Yeah, everybody. Oh look, Fireball. Glug, glug, glug. Man, I can't really taste the alcohol anymore. And then I woke up. Now that being said, that is not the only things that happened. There were other things that happened. For example, just as a little thing, the most important event on that day was me jumping from my friend's second-story roof to his pool. Now, you may wonder, Dory, if you don't remember this, how do you know it happened? Well, my dear Watson, there's a few pieces of evidence. The main piece of evidence being the shaky cam footage I received from my friends detailing the entire incident. Now, just to preface this is not a very nice, like really big pool. No, this is this shitty fiberglass above ground pool. You know, the ones that are like 4.5 feet deep, just deep enough to where you think you can dive in, but just shallow enough to where if you get the angle wrong, you're gonna break a tailbone. Yeah, I jumped from a second-story roof to that. Now you may think, Dory, what was your thought as you're watching this video? What is your thought? Was it, how could your friends allow you to do something so dangerous when you were drunk? No, that was not my first thought. Was it, how the fuck did you get on the roof? There's no clear ladder. How did you climb up? That also was not the question. The first thought I had out loud upon seeing this is, why in the fuck am I wearing swim trunks? Because remember, I came in Wranglers. I came in Wrangler jeans, which meant that my friends allowed me to change while I was blackout drunk. Now, I don't know if you know this, but fat people typically not the best when it comes to balance, and it sure as hell isn't improved with fucking alcohol. The fact that I'm not dead is a miracle of nature. That's not the worst part. The worst part is I found a fucking photo from later on in the night, and I'm wearing Wranglers in it, which meant they let me do it twice. So they were like, oh, he didn't snap his neck the first time he changed. Let's roll those fucking dice again. Jesus, fuck. My only hope is they let me change somewhere private. Otherwise, there's some pictures that might exist that I hope never see the light of day. Now, I wish, beyond hope, that I could tell you that that's where that story ends. But unfortunately, if anyone who's ever been blackout drunk knows, it never ends there. It always ends the same place. The morning after. You know, the morning after, you wake up, you proceed to ask the who, what, when, where, why, and how of yourself. On this particular occasion, I woke up on the area rug in my friend's basement. I had a blanket so elegantly draped over me. Upon surveying myself, I realized I was not wearing pants, a theme of my life, apparently. I was, however, wearing boxers. They were bone dry, which tells me I didn't jump in the pool with them, which only raised more questions. And as I'm surveying my surroundings, I turn around. Now, next to my friend's area rug is his couch. Very nice. I turn around, and to my surprise, I am face to face, eye to eye with Kitty. And I'm not talking like decent. I'm not talking small. I'm talking Tatangas. And they belong to a woman that I don't talk to personally, but I am aware of her existence for a select pair of reasons. And she is sleeping there, no blanket on, no top on. Because which tells them priorities. They saw a topless girl and a fat man with no pants, and they went, well, I know which one I want to cover up. And at that moment, I had one thought streaming through my hungover brain, and that was, God, I want orange juice. And I knew that there was orange juice because it was a teenage party. And if you've ever been to a teenage party, you know that they have screwdrivers with this orange juice and vodka. So I know there's orange juice. I know it's in his fridge, and I wanted it. So I got up and, like a gentleman, draped the blanket over that woman's titties and proceeded to walk upstairs to go to the fridge to get some orange juice. I opened the door, saw the orange juice, and I saw something in the left drawer. And as I pulled the drawer open, perfectly folded inside were my pants. Now, to this day, there are 3 reasons that I have of how my pants ended up in the lettuce crisper. I will tell you them in order from least likely to most likely. The least likely option is my friend ripped my pants off of me, and put them in the lettuce crisper. Now, I don't believe this for a couple reasons. Number 1, I have drunk strength, and they don't want to die. Number 2, they don't have the coordination to be able to take my pants off me when they're also pissed drunk. So I don't believe in that one at all. The second one, a little bit more believable, is they convinced me, they coerced me to take off my own pants, and they put it in the lettuce crisper. Now, I don't believe this one for another reason. Number 1, you can't convince a drunk person to do anything. If you want to prove this, have a drunk friend, tell them to drink some water, you'll be there for 30 minutes. So they weren't convincing me of shit.
That is true.
They weren't convincing me a dick. And the other reason I don't believe it is because my pants were perfectly folded. They aren't going to fold them. They're going to throw those shits in there like a wad of chewed up chewing gum. That's not happening. The third option, the one I believe the most, is that I willingly took off my pants, folded them up, and put them in the lettuce crisper. Because it was July 4th, it was really hot, and if my pants are cold, I am cold, and that's drunk logic. And as I'm looking and lamenting at my pants being in the refrigerator, who should come up the stairs and out of the basement than big titty girl, of course, covering herself with the blanket, who looks at me very sincerely and goes, "Hey, do you know where my top is?" I, of course, look at her and go, "No, let me take my pants out of the lettuce crisper and I'll help you look for them." You'd think that looking for her top would be easy, but it's not, because I just found my pants in the lettuce crisper. There is no place that's off the table. These could be anywhere. What should be a quick search turns into an America's Most Wanted level manhunt. You're checking cabinets, you're checking drawers. I was checking fucking coffee mugs, I'll be honest with you. Eventually, after 20 some odd minutes, we did find it. You would think it'd be on the floor. Maybe it'd be on one of the couches. Maybe it'd be somewhere in the bathroom. No. It is outside, draped over a bush, as if it is a new model for this particular piece. I hand her her top. She ties it back on, and she gives me a kiss on the cheek, and we go our separate ways. Like a goddamn champion. And that's my set. Thank you all very much for listening to my shitty ramblings. I appreciate you very much.
Oh my goodness. Another round of applause for Newdori. Can you guys believe that this is his first time doing stand-up in VR? Honestly.
Literally my first time. I'm nervous as fuck.
He was nervous. He was nervous. Y'all, I was dying laughing the entire time.